Good afternoon, students. Today we will start our 8 topics biomes. As shown in the figure, where variety of natural vegetation and wildlife is found in different regions of the world, from the equator to the poles. This change occur according to latitude. These we see that in same region different types of plants and animals coexist together. Such an area where different type of flora and fauna live together in the same region in the same type of climatic condition is called a biome. Thus biomes can be defined as the total assembles of plants and animal species interacting within species conditions. The boundaries of different biomes on land are determined mainly by climate. This includes conditions like rainfall, temperature, humidity, amount of insolations received, and a soil condition. Different types of tree and animal living in a biomes are adapted to the climatic conditions found in that region. We will classify biomes on the basis of climatic condition in this chapter. Next is the difference between biomes and ecosystem. The combined coexisting flora and fauna, which is result of the region's climatic, is known as biomes. In the given region, is interaction between biotic and abiotic factors is known as ecosystem. The biotic factors consist of plants, various types of animals, bacteria, etc. The abiotic factors consist of soil, water, sunlight, and nutrients. Through the biotic factors and the biotic components receive supply of nutrients and energy. These happen through various food chains and food webs. There are various tropic levels in the ecosystem. The first tropics level start from the plants and different animals, birds, reptiles are found on the subsequent types tropic levels. The biomes decide which animals and plants will be on each of the tropic levels. For example, river ecosystem is a type of ecosystem, but if the river is equatorial region, it will have different plants and animals on various tropics levels. Then the river in a temperate region, different biomes will have different animal or plants on the same tropic level. There can be many ecosystems within a biomes. Let us see student biome. First is the terrestrial biomes. And in these, first is the tropical rainforest biomes. Latitudinal extent 0° to 10° north and south. Vegetation. In these biomes, biodiversity is very high. More than half of the species found on the earth are found in these biomes. Most trees are broad-leaved and grow densely. They are usually 50 meters tall and acquire sunlight. Mainly trees grow taller. They have a dense canopy which looks like a roof. This forest can be categorized into 3 layers mainly on the basis of the height of the trees. In the same underneath layer, dense growth of bushes cover the ground. The second layer consists of low tree while the third layer consists of very tall and huge trees. In between, we found hundreds of clambers and creepers. These forests are therefore very dense. The soil are very fertile and contain lots of humus. Most of the trees are hardwooden tree. Mahogany, ebony, rosewood, rubber, palm, coconut, orchid, wildflower, fern, etc. are found here. Next is the animal life. Monkeys, birds from the vulture family, hornbills, parrots, etc. are found. Various species of insects, butterflies, reptiles, etc. are also found in huge number in these biomes. As the trees have a three-tier system, every bird and animals has its own niche in the area from the ground to the top of the tree. These species only inhabit their respective area only. Next is a human life. Human life is not very easy in these climates. Indigenous humans in these parts are still in their primitive stage. They are engaged in primary occupations such as gathering forest products, hunting, etc. For example, pygmy in Congo, Boro Indian in Amazon, Sentinel Agua, Jar, Jarva, etc. in Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India. Next is use of biomes by man. Hardwood is such, hardwood is used in construction and making furniture. For this, some regions are being exploited, from example Brazil, Java, Sumatra Islands. Next is the current scenario. There is a degradation in these biomes because of increasing agriculture and industrializations, the biodiversity found in the biome is getting destroyed. Iron, lion, termite, gorilla, orangutan, harpy, eagles, chimpanzee, poison dart frog are tried. At the same time, many new species are still being discovered in these biomes. Next is a tropical deciduous biomes. Latitudinal extent 5° to 30° north and south. Vegetations. The trees shed their leaves in dry seasons and are dense and lush in rain seasons. Therefore, these forests are called deciduous forest. In wet forest trees are tall and extends. The branches are large in size and the roots of the trees are large and deeply rooted in the ground. The density of the tree is less deciduous forest than rainforest. These are not found in a row continuously. They are found in ground in a dispersed manner. The trees are shorter and like a shrubs. Teak is the main tree in these biomes with respect to the economic value. Various types of bamboos, teak, sal, rosewood, sandalwood, oil tree, etc. are other important trees. Animal life. In tropical and subtropical biomes, a large diversity extends in fauna. The biodiversity found in these biomes ranks second in the world. This range of the microscopic organism till large elephants, hippopotamus, rhinos, tiger, lion, gaur, monkeys, etc. Greater huckle, hornbills, Asian quail, peacock, vulture, fancle, pigeons, sparrow, etc. are found here. Similarly, ants, butterflies, insects, and worms are also found in plenty. In these biomes, many species of animals can be preserved. Human life. The human life in these biomes is easier than that in the rainforest. Primary and secondary occupations based on forest are found here. By rearing the animals found here, animal husbandry, milk products, and meat products is carried out. In earlier times, animals such as bull, horse, and donkeys were used for transportation and plying the fields. Various tribal communities inhabit the regions under these biomes. One can find a rural and urban area too. As a result of expanding human settlements, the forests under these biomes are being encroached up. Use of biomes. The wood obin from teak is mainly used for furniture construction, shipbuilding, for making berth in railway, etc. Many plants are used for making medicines and secondary products. For example, oil from sandalwood, its scented wood, etc. The bamboos are used for construction of house and agriculture. Besides, various fruits and species are also obtained. Current status. The forests in these biomes are in danger because of dense forest station and wildfire. Extensive use of fertilizer by human and spray is insecticides has 3D mainly wild species. For example, the white-rumped vulture, these biomes is being influenced by the human population. Next is a Savannah Grassland biomes, latitudinal extent, 10° to 20° north and south. Vegetations. These grasslands are characterized by continuous cover of perennial grass that grow about 3 to 6 meters height. The grass is thick, coarse, and broad-leaved. It is known as elephant grass. These are very few shrubs and trees found here. The number of grass-eating animals is more here. Therefore, carnivorous which are depends on them are also high here. Next is animal life. The abundance of grass cover and its perennial natural have made savanna biomes rich in herbivorous animals. Seasonal change in color of grass has provided natural shelter of animals. This grassland supports large numbers of hood-fed animals. A variety of herbivorous animals of different size of rabbits to elephants are found here. Main species of antelopes, buffalo, zebra, rhinos, wild beasts, giraffes, elephants, warthogs, etc. Obviously, with rich herbivorous density, the grasslands also support a number of carnivorous animals as well. They include variety of cats like lions, leopard, cheetah, wild dog, jackals, hyenas, etc. In birds, vulture, great Indian bustards, titwi, and ostrich are found. Human life. Human life is a comparatively difficult here. In the grassland area of Africa, Maasai live here along with the cattle. Use of biomes. As number of wild animal and more in these biomes. In earlier times, human used to hunt for trophy. In fact, in fact, in fact, this area were known as a haven for hunting. Current status. Savanna grasslands and victor victims of frequent forest fires that causes severe loss of biodiversity of region. Overgrazing and industrialization is leading to decrease in area under grassland. This leads to increase in extent of the Sahara Desert in Africa. Besides, the area under forest is being taken up for agriculture. Next is a tropical desert biomes, latitudinal extent 20° to 30° north and south. Vegetation. The vegetal life is found in a disturbed manner. This includes date, palms, and thorny trees such as a khajari, acacia, and bushes such as century plants, cactus, etc. There is hardly any vegetal cover because of dry climate conditions. Characteristics of forest. Thick leaves with the capacity to store water. Thorny nature reduce speed of evaporation safely from animals. Trunks like leaf carry but photosynthesis. Animal life. As the vegetation is sparse, biodiversity is also limited. There are relatively few large animals in desert. The animals are small and tend to burrow or stay or hide ways till dusk to avoid the heat. They are adapted to survive in hot climate with very little water. They are mainly small carnivorous camels, many species of snake, types of lizards, deserts, turtle, rats, mongoose, along with goats, sheep, donkey, etc. Birds, ostrich, various reptiles, green fowl, and bustard, deserts, eagle, owl, and burn owls, sand larks, and pale kang martin, and brown knit, and faintail ravens. Insects, houseflies, beetle, moth, types of termites, etc. Human life. As these biomes have extreme temperature, the human life is very difficult here. Depending on the availability of water, animal husbandry or agriculture might, might be followed. Human settlement are found only near oases. This occur is dispersed pattern. Here you can find nomadic life in some area. In earlier times, Badawun tribe used to trade by traveling on camel. Use of biomes. Dates are important food as food eats across the world. Agriculture is being carried out with the help of irrigation. Minimum vegetation has made it easier to extract minerals from these regions. Current status. As sand from the part of getting transportation nearly regions, deforestation, sorry, desertification is increasing. As a result, deserts are spreading in regions such as the Nile Valley. Next is a Mediterranean biomes, latitudinal extent 30 degree to 40 degree north and south. Vegetation. In this vegetation is high in the tree is less. The vegetation is mixed types, evergreen and deciduous. The leaves of the trees are waxy and thick. As a result of evaporation is less and they can substance longer in tough condition. Here tree of the citrus family and shrubs of colored flower are found. Rosemary, cork, oak, olive, eucalyptus, peach, pine, sweet chestnut, cedar, cypress, etc. are found here. Next is a animal life. Rabbits, deer, goats, pigs, horse, brown deer, fox, berry deer, wild cats, goats, and sheep are found. Vulture, eagle are found in high numbers here. Alligator, reptile are also found. Various types of insects and honeybees are found. Human life. The climate here is very pleasant of and hence human life has flourished here very well. Various industries based on fruits and flower have uh, flourished here. These includes making wine, packing fruits in airtight containers, processing olive oil, making jellies out of trees, making perfumes out of flowers, etc. Due to natural beauty, pleasant climates, fruits and flowers make this area ideal for tourism and development of cinema industry here. Current status. As the territory occupations have increased here, urbanization has increasing, the biodiversity found in plants and animals is decreasing as a result of human interference. Next is a temperate deciduous biomes. Latitudinal extent 40 degree to 50 degree north and south, mainly in the eastern part of the continents. Vegetations. Here, the trees have broad leaves. The vegetation here has adapted to the cold climate here. They are found in 3 layers tall growing tree. It 18 to 30 meters short trees and shrubs such as laurels and berries. In these biomes, hardwood and deciduous trees are found. Example are beech, ale, chestnut, oak, cherry, pamel, pine, walnut, deodar, etc. Next is the animal life. In these biomes, animals having thick and soft fur like brown bear, red fox, sable, mink, etc. are found. Birds such as a peregrine, falcon, woodpecker, cardinals can be seen. Similarly, many tree of insects are also found. Next is the human life. The forest boundary here provides food, wood, and ample amounts of oxygen. The forest in cut for wooden products, paper for newspaper, paper bags, etc. It is seen that the forests are being encroached upon for agriculture. Current status. This biomes is reducing because of agriculture and eco enrichments by settlements, and therefore sometimes animals enter the human settlement in search of foods. The biodiversity is reduced in this region in the habitat of these animals in being encouraged. Next is a temperate grassland biomes. Latitudinal extent 40 degree to 55 degree north and south. Vegetation. In this vegetation, grass is the dominant. The grass is soft as the rainfall is just sufficient. The wetness does not reach the lower lower level of the soil. Therefore, not many trees are found. Despite willow, elder, poplar trees are found along the streams. The various species of grassland includes purple needle grass, blue grama, buffalo grass, and galleta. Next, as the rainfall is less, the moisture in the soil does not reach the subsurface. This is the region where trees are almost absent. But willow, elder, poplar tree can be found near the streams. Grass is green during rainy season. Flower includes astrus, blazing stars, cornflowers, the golden rose, sunflowers, flowers, sovereals, and wild indigo. Animal life. The animal life in these biomes is very rich and varied. Herbivorous animals include gazelles, zebra, wild horse, wolves, deer, rabbits, while Kerato is a carnivore. In wild grasslands, ostrich are found. In down of Australia, kangaroo and digro are found. Human life. Human settlement are sparse here. Earlier, hunting was the main occupation here. Now it is favorable for agriculture and animal rearing. Now livestock raising is done on the large scale here to obtain meat, milk, wool, hair, and hide. In grassland regions such as prairie, step down, pampas, veld, etc. Extensive type of agriculture has developed. Crops like maize, wheat are products on a large scale. The fields extend the hundreds of hectares and therefore advanced machines are used for agriculture. As these areas have abundant evils, the continuous living in these biomes are famous and explodes. The merino sheep of Australia is world famous of quality wools. Current status. The extent of commercial agriculture is increasing in this area. Industry are also increasing. Also, meadows and pastures are reducing because of overgrazing. Consequently, the biomes is getting degraded. Next is a Taiga biome. Latitude extreme 50° to 55° north. Vegetation. One type of tree species is the characteristics of these biomes. Evergreen coniferous forests are found here. The resin and the oil in these trees helps them to face the tough climate. Their trees are tall and tapping to the apex. Levels are waxy and branches strapping to the ground. These structures does not let no stay on the trees. Spacious fir, Douglas fir, pine, juniper, cedar, larch, oak, hemlock, etc. are the major species of trees found here. Raspberry, salmonberry, gooseberry, strawberry, blueberry, etc. are fruits trees found here. Animal life. As the ground is snow covered for the most part of the year, the animals here have the thick hides. They have a thick layer of fats and are head. Reindeer, grizzly bear, elk, caribou, etc. are herbivores found here. For mountainous lands, puma and panther are the carnivores. Human life. As the climate is very cold here, human settlement is sparse. The coniferous trees are famous for their soft wood. Thus, lumbering is flowered here on a large scale. Spa mills, paper pulp, and wooden furniture industries are found here. Current status. Only one type of species is found here in large area. The remoteness of the forest is less here. Deforestation is easy here as the wood is soft. Next is the tundra biomes. Latitudinal extent 65° to 90° north. Regions south of the ice caps of the Arctic and extending across North America, Europe, and Siberia. Vegetation. The tundra is the coldest of the biomes. The ground of frozen for 8 months of the year. There is a layer of permanently frozen ground below the surface called permafrost. This permafrost is the defining characteristics of the tundra biomes. In the tundra summers, the top layer of soil thaws only the few inches down, providing a growing surface for the roots of vegetation. Vegetation in the tundra has adapted to the cold and the short growing season. Moss and lichen are common while few trees grow in the tundra. The trees that manage to grow stay close to the ground, so they are insulated by snow during the cold winter. Animal life. Animal life is a very scarce here. Thick fur and layer of fat in their body helps them to face very cold climate. Herbivores such as musk ox, deer, reindeer, caribou, lemming, rabbits, along with carnivores like Arctic fox, dogs, jackals are found. Tam- Tamsin, ravens, snowy owls, and redpoll remains year-round in the tundra. The bulk of Arctic birds are migrants in coastal area. Seal and walruses are found. Human life. Because of very cold climate, human settlements are very sparse. Lap, Samois, and Eskimo live in adverse climate. Life is Eskimo has changed after they have come in contact with westernizers. As they have started getting advanced instruments, their life has changed and fishing methods have changed. Thus, they have started exploitations of fish is happening at a higher speed in these biomes. Current status. These biomes is seeing development due to increasing transportation and means of communications. The standard of life has improved and this has affected the protected factors of these biomes. Due to global warming, the snow covered is the species depends on it are getting affected badly. Next is a mountain and highlands biomes. Latitudinal extent, not specific, depends on altitude slopes of high mountains range such as the Himalayas, as the Andes and the Rockies. Vegetations. The vegetation here range from the deciduous to tundra, varying according to altitude. Because of low temperatures and the vines. Most plants are small and perennial. In the Himalaya, for example, rhododendron plants grown on most mount. Oak, laurel, and chestnut trees are also found in upon to 2,000 meter above sea level. Pine tree are found upon to 4,000 meter. Beyond the only lichen, grass, and moss can be found. Regulate soils are found over slopes which are not very fertile. Animal life. Fauna hence any deer, bear, wolves, mountain lions, leopards, squirrel, rabbits, and the wild variety of birds, reptiles, and amphibians animals with special adaptation to snow can be found. In Himalaya, for example, one of main animal of these mountainous biomes here is the yak. It has a lot of long hair worm, other animals and tiger, monkeys, leopards and elephants according to altitude. Human life. In same region, people grow crops such as tea, rich and barley on mountains. Grazing and sheep rearing are primary occupations. Tourism has developed in such biomes. People come here from trekking, paragliding and go and to get relief from heat. Transhumance is also protected. Sheffield, Bakkarwal, Lepcha, Bhutia, etc. are communities live in Himalaya mountains biomes. Current status. The places are being overcrowded right now because of over tourism. Mountainous biomes are also threats by deforestation, wildfire hunting, poaching, and urban spalls. Next is a aquatic biomes. You have now studied the terrestrial biomes of the world. Beside these biomes, we find biomes in the water too. Here, the plants and animals are adapted themselves to existing climatic conditions. Approximately 70 degrees of the Earth's surface is covered by ocean. Beside the oceans, we have rivers, lakes, etc., which are freshwater sources. The aquatic biomes consist of any part of the earth that is covered with water. This includes freshwater and saltwater. The aquatic biomes can be further divided into freshwater biomes, marine biomes, wetlands biomes, coral reef biomes, uh, estuarial, etc. These subdivisions are based on the salt content of the water and the aquatic plants that live there. In marine biomes, there are three layers of recognize. The top layer of U40, the sunlight reached here. These can be around 200-meter deep. This is home to mainly fish, sea turtle, jellyfish, seals, coral, zooplanktons, and mangroves. In this middle is a despotic layer. Here some lights pantels to the bottom part. This is around 1000-meter deep from the sea from mean sea level. Expect few phytosuck from upper layer. Plants are not found here. Squid, cattle, cattlefish, wolffish, swordfish, eel, sea, dragon, etc. are found. The animals are adapted to darkness, cold water, and high pressure. The third layer of the deepest layer, known as aquatic layer. It ranges from 1000 meters to 4000 depth. No lights penetrate here. There is no living planet lives. Inhabitants in this cold, dark environment include an alluvial gant, seaweed, bioluminescent jellyfish, anglerfish, hatchet fish, etc. Sperms whales enter this zone to hunt but return to the upper layer. Beyond the layer lies the darkest and the deepest zone extending upon the sea floor. Here, the animals are adapted to survive on detritus under even grading pressures. Students, next video we will see the biomes of the world.
Welcome to Moo Moo Math and Science. In this video, I'd like to cover some of the land biomes of the world. And in this video, I will cover the desert, rainforest, taiga, deciduous forest, grasslands, savanna, and the tundra. Science. In this video, you will learn about the biome called desert. Although most people think of the Earth's deserts as wasteland, there is a large number of animals and plants that have adapted to the harsh conditions of a desert. In fact, 1/6 of the Earth's population live in desert regions. But what is a desert? Deserts cover more than 1/5 of the Earth's land, and they are found on every continent. A place that receives less than 10 inches or 25 centimeters of rain per year is considered a desert. If you take a look at this map of the Earth, you can locate areas that are deserts. The Sahara Desert is here, the Gobi Desert is found here, Arctic Polar, the Great Victorian, to name a few. Many deserts are dry and hot, but there are cold deserts as well. The Sahara Desert in northern Africa is the largest hot desert in the world and reaches temperatures up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 50 degrees Celsius during the day. But some deserts are cold, like the Gobi Desert in Asia, and the desert on the continent of Antarctica. Desert animals have adapted ways to help either keep them cool and use less water. For example, camels can go for days without food and water. Many desert animals are nocturnal, coming out to hunt only at night in order to avoid the sun. Some animals, like this tortoise, will spend much of their time underground in a burrow. Other desert animals have adaptations to help keep them warm and survive in cold temperatures. This polar bear has thick layers of fat and fur for insulation against the cold, and the white appearance is helpful for camouflage. The snowshoe hare has white fur in the winter and reddish-brown fur in the summer, which means it is camouflaged from its predators for most of the year. Desert plants may have to go without water for long periods of time. Several plants have adapted by growing long roots that reach the water table underground. Other plants, like cacti, conserve water in order to stay alive. Plants in cold deserts grow close to the ground and close together, which helps resist the effects of cold weather and to reduce damage caused by snow and ice particles driven by the cold winds. Some plants, like lichens, can survive on bare rock. Plants and animals in hot deserts have to survive extreme heat. Death Valley holds the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded at 134.06 degrees Fahrenheit. Plants and animals in cold deserts have to survive extreme cold. Average temperature of the Arctic polar desert is negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter. So there we go, a look at our biome called desert. Tropical rainforests are found around the equator. This biome is known for rainfall, warm temperatures year-round, trees, and a huge diversity of living organisms. A tropical rainforest has trees, and more trees. These trees create a canopy on top of one another. The vegetation is so dense that little light reaches the forest floor. Many of the plants in a tropical rainforest are evergreens, not deciduous. Many of these trees have very large vines. Tropical soils are deep, but they are strongly leached, with large amounts of nutrients and minerals removed. This leaching causes the soil to lack many of the fundamental nutrients needed by the above-ground vegetation. So how does the huge amount of vegetation exist if the soils are so depleted of nutrients? The answer lies in a very thin topsoil, made up mainly of decaying plants and animal remains. An amazing cycle exists between the huge body of vegetation above ground and this thin topsoil. As you can see from this climograph, rainfall is very high in a tropical rainforest, and the temperature varies very little throughout the year. It rains often in the tropical rainforest. The rainforest has millions of different species of organisms. If you like insects, you will love the tropical rainforest. There are many different types of insects, such as the assassin bug, a bullet ant, a longhorn beetle, and this leaf mimic katydid. Rainforests are also home to an incredible diverse range of animals and plants. Animals such as this anteater, this boa constrictor, this eagle, lots of monkeys like this howler monkey, lemurs, and very interesting frogs like this dart frog. Competition at ground level for light and food has led to some interesting evolution of plants. Some rainforest plants live on the branches of other plants or trees, or even strangle large trees to fight for survival. An example of this are orchids. Orchids comprise one of the most abundant and varied flowering plant families. Orchids are especially common in moist tropical regions. Although temperate orchids usually grow in the soil, tropical orchids are more often epiphytes, which are plants that grow on trees or other plants, but are not parasites. Epiphytes take no nutrients from the tree itself, but instead relies on nutrients from the air, falling rain, and the compost that lies on the tree branches. So there we go, a quick look at the tropical rainforest. Rain, warm temperatures, lots of flowers, plants, and animals. Oh yes, some bugs also. In this video, you will learn about the biome called the taiga. The taiga is located in the north, but falls below the tundra. The taiga is also known as the coniferous forest or the boreal forest. This biome is the world's largest land biome, and it covers most of Canada, North America, and Alaska. It also covers most of Sweden, Finland, Norway, and parts of Russia. If you look at a climate graph of the taiga, you will see that this biome has short, wet summers and long, cold winters. Precipitation is moderate in the taiga. It gets plenty of snow during the winter and adequate rainfall during the summer. The taiga has the lowest annual average temperature after the tundra, and it also contains permanent ice caps. The forests of the taiga are largely coniferous and contain spruce, fir, and pine trees. Coniferous trees keep their leaves throughout the winter and have needle-like leaves, and this is well suited for the harsh temperatures of the taiga. The taiga also supports a relatively small range of animals due to the harshness of the climate. The taiga is home to a number of large mammals, such as the moose, reindeer, and also some populations of deer. In addition, you may find gray wolf, a fox, brown bear, and occasionally a polar bear. Although the taiga has above average precipitation, the ground freezes during the winter months and the plant roots are unable to get water. The narrow needle-like structures found on the coniferous trees, or its needles, limit the water loss through transpiration, but also allow the plant or tree to practice photosynthesis. The shape of the evergreens also allows the snow to slide off the branches rather than pile up, which can cause the branches to snap off. Some other examples of plants found in the taiga include the lichens, which are low and adapted for wind and ice and can even grow on rocks, cotton grass, which can carry out photosynthesis at very low temperatures and low light, fireweed, which is a flower that can produce up to 80,000 seeds at one time. So there we go, the taiga, a cold but nice forest. Science. In this video, you will learn about the biome called the temperate deciduous forest.
Thank you, students.